Alrighty, I've talked about coffee enemas in previous videos, and I'm going to continue making videos about coffee enemas because I think that they can be one of the most powerful tools to utilize in today's toxified world, where your body is on an assault on many different levels. You're being assaulted in the food supply. The foods that you're eating are just destroying your body, destroying your organ system, destroying your kundalini activation. So are the waters that you're consuming. We are being plugged up from various sources. We're being filled in the mind with constipation, bullshit from the television, garbage from the radio, different advertisements. We have so many things bombarding us and filling us, and unless we remove these accumulations, they will continue to bog us down in the mind, in the body, etc. Not only does the body get accumulated and plugged up and constipated, but so can the mental faculties, the mental bodies, the etheric bodies, subtle bodies, astral bodies, etc. So in order for us to get healthy again, it's going to take some initiative, and it's going to take some dedication to unplugging the parts of ourselves that have been plugged up from years of living as an unconscious individual. And I don't mean unconscious in a bad way. I'm just saying that many of us, including myself, when we were growing up, we didn't know any better. So we ate the steaks, we ate all these candies and all these foods that get stuck in our system. So coffee enemas alone have helped me remove so much waste. I'm in no way, shape, or form doing the amount of enemas that I used to do in the past. I kind of overdid it in the past, and you can, let me tell you, you can overdo enemas big time. So after a lot of experimentation and trial and error, I've developed and formulated my own system for utilizing enemas, where I only do one enema once a week or once every 2 weeks now that I'm on my maintenance schedule. Many people, when they get interested in enemas, they become so stimulated by it, they want to jump right in head first. They get an enema bag and they start doing 1 to 2 enemas a day, and after a week or two of doing that, people contact me like saying, I'm constipated, what's the deal? You can't do that many enemas. You can do a lot of enemas, but you need to space them out. You need to give your body time to adjust to the fact that you just put a solution of water in your colon where there's many people have never introduced water into their colons. So when you start doing this, when you start putting coffee in or lemon enemas, etc., your body's going to have to get used to it because your colon has never had liquid in that particular region. So if you do coffee enemas every day, if you do a lemon enema every day, etc., you may or may not remove large amounts of accumulated poisons, toxicities, parasites, etc. But you can also offset the delicate circadian rhythm and balance of the colon. You can throw things out of whack. So I did a series of enemas 1 to 2 times a day for over 3 months, and after that I experienced some serious constipation. And it's nothing that can't be fixed, but what I've learned over the years through my own experiments, my own trial and error, is that rushing, essentially, you can really do damage by going too fast. This race of health is a long distance race. It's not a sprint. So we've really got to tap into that framework and understand that too much of something good can be very bad. You're probably hearing my car right now. This camera picks up all sorts of little noises. But again, coffee enemas, I recommend that if you've never done one before, start off by doing 1 a week or 2 a week. I like doing my enemas on weekends. So today I'll do a coffee enema. I'm just amazed at how much waste I've removed from this system, and I'm amazed at how much lighter I feel now that I have removed a large amount of waste from my system. And there are periods throughout the year where I go, during holidays, I'll kind of revert back on my dietary vows, and I'll loosen my rigidity a little bit, and I'll eat some vegetarian foods. I may have some cheese or this or that, but after, you know, I in no way, shape, or form live like that day in and day out like I used to do. And if you eat a standard American vegetarian diet or a standard American diet filled with meats and all the dairy and the pastas and all these sticky foods, you will acquire and accumulate pound after pound of garbage. That is just the sad reality of eating these foods. There's no way around it. These foods are like glue. What makes you think that you can just swallow things with a glue-like consistency and just shit it all out and not accumulate any of it? Come on, people. So people ask me all the time, I've never done enemas before, what should I try? Personally, I like coffee enemas. I like lemon enemas. I really, really enjoy water enemas, distilled water enemas, where I put minerals back into it, such as fulvic acid or Himalayan salt. I've done hydrogen peroxide enemas, I've done colloidal silver enemas, shilajit enemas, blue-green algae enemas, hibiscus enemas. And after experimenting with a multitude of different enemas, I can say without a shadow of a doubt that, in my opinion, the two most effective enemas are, number one, the simple coffee enema, and number two, the simple lemon enema. Coffee enemas can help you remove gallstones, mucus, parasites, poisons in the liver, poisons in the colon, candida, etc. And so can the lemon enemas. The lemon enemas, however, are especially grand for removing mucus and removing pieces of worm. Parasites hate lemon juice introduced into the colon, the large intestine. And if you can, locate yourself some quality homegrown lemons. I don't use store-bought lemons for my enemas. I don't trust store-bought produce, so why would I trust putting it up the rectum? When you put something up your rectum, it absorbs into your bloodstream and into your body upwards of 7 to 8 times more efficiently and rapidly than oral ingestion. So if you're putting produce like lemons that were grown with MPK in your body, if you introduce those lemons into your colon, you're going to be putting that MPK and those mineral depleted foods right into your bloodstream. So go out and find a lemon tree if you can. Lemon enemas are incredibly powerful. But, you know, not everyone has access to a lemon tree, so it's not that difficult to find some organic coffee here in this matrix. So if you can't find lemons, get yourself some coffee. I like the blonde coffee, and there's a few different varieties that are the best for coffee enemas. Unfortunately, I can't think of them off the top of my head right now, but I will make a video about that in the near future. You know, many people think enemas are unnatural and that they'll damage the body. And while it's true that enemas are unnatural, so is living day in and day out as a standard American, eating all the junk foods here, the synthetic foods, the fake processed foods, the foods filled with artificial colorings, the foods devoid of all minerals and phytonutrients and spiritual elements. So sometimes, due to the fact that we live as unnatural beings here in this matrix, we have to resort to unnatural modalities and measures to get that accumulated crap out of our system. Simple formula. You live as an unnatural being, you may or may not have to use unnatural measures, such as introducing water into the large intestine, to remove these wastes. What are you talking about, bro? I feel fine. I'm 28 years old. I don't get sick very often. I don't feel sluggish. I feel healthy. Blah, blah, blah. I don't think I have parasites. I don't think I have any colon accumulations. You'd be surprised at how you'd be surprised at how much waste this body can hold while still producing a consciousness in a person of feeling healthy. Hope that makes sense. So, you know, you can feel healthy and have damaged organs. You can feel healthy and have a fucked up liver. Your liver can be upwards of, I believe it's 60 to 70% damaged, and it won't show you any signs of you being unhealthy until it reaches or exceeds that percentage. So you really do have to be careful out here in this matrix. This is a dangerous world. There's poisons being fucking projected at us from every fucking corner. The water supplies spiked, the food supplies spiked, the education system spiked. It's all spiked. Just like Yoda said, I can't remember which Star Wars film it was, you must unlearn everything that you've learned. 99.999% of the shit that we've learned here in this matrix was deliberately designed to confuse you and to hoodwink you. So a big part of my protocol, my health protocol, is meditation and learning to unplug from all of the garbage that we have embedded into our subconscious minds. So hypnosis is part of my protocol. There are ways that we can put ourselves into altered states of consciousness where we can stand above the relative standpoint of our programming so that we can observe our programming, understand our programming, so then we can detach from it. If you can never witness your programming, see and experience your programming, you'll never know that you are programmed. And therefore, you will remain programmed for the duration of your life. So, just a brief message. Peace be with you.